Something like 97% of people learn more about a local company online than anywhere else. Just think about that for a second. If you're running an HVAC business, that means your online presence, well, it isn't just a part of your business anymore. For a new customer, it is your business. So in this explainer, we're going to build out your complete digital toolkit, making sure you're the first call homeowners make every single time. Let's dive in. So let's start with the most important question. When a homeowner's AC gives out on the hottest day of the year and they're frantically grabbing their phone, can they find you? Instantly? If the answer is anything but a confident, absolute yes, then your business is basically invisible right when it matters most. And this is just the reality now, right? People aren't flipping through the yellow pages anymore. They're on their phones typing in furnace repair near me. And if you don't show up at the top of those results, you pretty much don't exist to the very customers who desperately need your help right now. Okay, so let's get you visible. We're going to start from the ground up. Part one is all about laying that digital foundation. These are the non-negotiable, absolute must-haves for getting found by people in your own community. You've got to think of local marketing as a laser, not a floodlight. You're not trying to reach the whole country. You are trying to connect with that one person in your town whose air conditioning just died. When they search air conditioning service in Brisbane, you need to be the very first name they see. It's not just about being a business, it's about being their local hero. And your number one tool for this, your absolute MVP, is your Google Business Profile. I want you to forget your physical office for a second. This is your new front door. It's the first thing people see. It's your big, bright sign, your welcome mat, and your front desk all rolled into one incredibly powerful and free listing. These steps look simple, but you would be shocked at how many businesses skip them. Verifying your listing? That's just proving to Google and to customers that you're a real, legitimate business. Filling out every single field? That's like having someone there 24/7 to answer questions. And real photos of your team and your vans? That shows you're a real local crew, not some faceless corporation. And reviews? Come on, nearly everyone trusts online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. They're pure gold. So all of this stuff, it fuels your local SEO. And hey, don't let that term scare you. All it really means is making it super, super easy for Google to understand what you do and where you do it. The best way to start is to just think like your customer. What would they actually type in? AC repair downtown, right? Or emergency heating service in the suburbs. You need to use those exact local phrases on your website and in your Google profile. And when you do that, you pop up right on top of Google Maps when they search. It's that simple. So, the foundation is set. Customers can actually find you. That's huge. But now it's time to step on the gas. In part two, we're talking about using paid ads to make sure you're not just found, but you're the one they choose. Let's just be crystal clear on this. When you run ads for an HVAC business, you're not just buying clicks or website visits. No, you are buying opportunities. You're buying a chance for your phone to ring. You're connecting with people who have a real, urgent problem, and they need that hero right now. Okay, so this brings up the big question. Where do you spend your money? Think of it like fishing. Google Ads is like fishing in a pond that's stocked with hungry fish actively looking for bait. These are people literally typing emergency AC repair into the search bar. Meta ads, so Facebook and Instagram, that's more like casting a wide net in the ocean. You might not catch someone today, but you're making sure everyone in the area knows you've got a great boat for when they do get hungry. Honestly, to really dominate, you got to do both. And the bait you use has to be perfect. Look at this ad. Every single word has a job. Melbourne tells them you're local. Reliable tackles their biggest fear. And available 24/7 is the immediate solution to their problem. See? No fluff, just answers. That's how you talk to a customer who's in a jam. Now, the good news is you don't need a massive Super Bowl-sized budget here. For most local HVAC businesses, starting with a monthly ad budget in this range is a great place to be. It's enough to get the phone ringing for sure. But maybe more importantly, it's enough to start gathering that priceless data on what messages actually work in your specific market. All right, so let's talk about building a business that lasts for the long haul. In part three, we're moving beyond just getting the next phone call. We're talking about how you become the trusted, go-to expert in your community so that when people think HVAC, they automatically think of you. I once saw an HVAC company create these super short, like 60-second videos on simple home maintenance stuff, how to clean your filter, things like that. They weren't selling a thing. They were just being helpful. And guess what happened? People loved it. They shared the videos, and when it came time for a big, expensive furnace replacement, who do you think they called? That's the power of just being genuinely helpful. And speaking of trust, there's a reason we'd rather take a friend's recommendation over some slick TV commercial, right? It's real, it's personal. And the exact same thing is true for your business. When a potential customer sees a real photo of one of your friendly technicians standing by your clean, branded van parked in their neighborhood, it creates this instant connection. It's a gut-level feeling of trust that some generic stock photo could never, ever buy. Okay, we've covered the foundation, the accelerator, and the long-term plan for building trust. Now, let's pull it all together into one simple, powerful action plan that you can start using literally the second this explainer is over. This right here is your game plan. This is what you do to win in your local market. First, make your digital storefront on Google absolutely shine. Second, speak the language your local customers are using. Third, use Google Ads to get the phone ringing today and Meta Ads to build your brand for tomorrow. Fourth, solve the customer's problem with clear, direct ads. Fifth, earn their trust with great reviews. And finally, be so helpful that you become the local expert they can't imagine living without. So, there it is, the complete digital toolkit for local HVAC dominance. The only question now is, what's your first move? Honestly, if I were in your shoes, I'd go and audit my Google business profile tonight. Just make it perfect. It's the foundation for everything else. But what about you? What's the very first thing you're going to do to take your business to that next level?